So listen to this. In the debate for the title of the most elegant footballer in history, Dennis Bergkamp stands unmatched. His brilliance on the pitch has left others in awe, as if they were worshipping a messiah. Yancey once claimed that next to the word footballer in every dictionary, there should be a picture of Bergkamp. Ruud van Nistelrooy stated that if any player were worth £20 million, Bergkamp was worth £100 million. Even legends like Ronaldinho, Messi, and Zidane recognized his greatness, with one sharing the pitch with him calling him the best he'd ever played alongside. Yet perhaps the most poignant description came from John Hartson, who said watching Bergkamp was like witnessing poetry in motion, an art form that transcended the game itself. Dennis Bergkamp played as if the snow left no footprints behind. Truly a Rolls-Royce footballer. When he ran, it seemed as if he floated across the pitch, effortlessly gliding with a grace that allowed him to accomplish in 2 or 3 touches what others needed 20 to achieve. Every goal he scored was a work of art. There was never a normal goal. As one newspaper put it, he was like an angel sent back to earth to spread the football gospel. With a gymnast for a mother, it's no wonder he possessed such prodigious talent, turning every match into a masterclass of skill and elegance. Watching him was an experience beyond mere sport. How Cruyff shaped 12-year-old Bergkamp into the perfect footballer. With an amateur footballer for a father, Dennis Bergkamp's athletic journey began early. By age 9, he had joined an athletics club, excelling in everything from sprints to marathons, long jump, and shot put. Named in honor of the great Dennis Law, nothing captivated him quite like the moment he killed the ball did at his feet. It soon became clear that his true calling was football. By age 11, he joined Ajax, and at 12, he caught the eye of Johan Cruyff, who was mesmerized by his first touch. Cruyff took him under his wing as his protege, determined to shape Bergkamp into the heir to his throne. When Cruyff became Ajax's manager, his mission was to establish a legacy of ultra-attacking football. Ignoring conventional wisdom, he focused on developing young talent, and before long, it was difficult to find a player on the team over the age of 23. This commitment to youth and flair not only transformed Ajax, but also set the stage for Bergkamp's extraordinary career, marked by elegance and creativity that would leave an indelible mark on the game. Ruthless in transition, Johan Cruyff's Ajax became known as the Cruyff Suicide Bombers. Yet he was never satisfied. He often told the press, "If you're good enough, you're old enough." His obsession with Dennis Bergkamp was evident, and it's hard to express how tough Cruyff was on the young player. At just 15, while still in the academy, Bergkamp was demoted to face multiple markers, forced to carry the team on his back. Cruyff had him play in every position until he mastered them all, pushing him to his limits in what felt like months of torment. After enduring this rigorous training, Bergkamp finally received his debut, which marked the beginning of one of the most electrifying starts to a career in football history. After just 3 matches, Cruyff approached him with news that he would be called up for their away match against Malmö in the Cup Winners' Cup quarterfinals. Initially ecstatic, Bergkamp's excitement turned to anxiety when the match was delayed. This pivotal moment would set the stage for his extraordinary journey in football. When Dennis Bergkamp checked his calendar, he realized he couldn't join the team for their away match against Malmö because of a biology exam the day before. Johan Cruyff, however, refused to back down. He had one of the club's representatives waiting for Bergkamp outside his school, whisking him away on a plane to Copenhagen, and then crossing the North Sea by boat to ensure he arrived on time. When reporters caught wind of the story, they ridiculed both the player and the coach, questioning what 17-year-old could be worth such trouble. In the end, Ajax lost 1-0, and Bergkamp only played 14 minutes. Yet, undeterred by the criticism, Cruyff included him in the starting 11 for the second leg. On that day, Bergkamp looked far from the player he would later become, cast out to the wings, seeming nervous and twitchy. Still, it was hard to overlook his talent. Few young players could torment their markers like he did. As one commentator noted, Dennis toyed with defenders, hinting at the greatness that lay ahead in his career. By the 87th minute, even with Marco van Basten dominating the score sheet, when Johan Cruyff substituted Dennis Bergkamp, all 25,000 fans rose to their feet in applause. Bergkamp had been a regular starter for less than a month, and at the post-match conference, when asked why he kept such talent in the reserves, Cruyff replied, "You got it wrong. It's not Bergkamp training with the reserves. We've been using the reserves to train Bergkamp." As for his biology exam, Bergkamp passed, but after that day, he never returned to school. By the end of the year, he was living the dream on the pitch as Ajax won the Cup Winners' Cup. However, just 8 months later, Cruyff departed, leaving behind a turbulent period marked by 6 different managers in 3 years. This upheaval would challenge Bergkamp as he navigated the complexities of professional football, but his talent was undeniable, paving the way for a remarkable. Bergkamp was so ahead of his time, nobody saw how good he was. When Ajax squandered their chance to win a second consecutive Cup Winners' Cup, fans sensed trouble was brewing. Then Kurt Linder arrived, and to put it bluntly, he was the anti-Bergkamp. From the moment he met Dennis, he sent him back to the academy, deeming him useless. Fortunately, the new coach, Louis van Gaal, had the insight to recognize his talent. He moved Bergkamp into the number 10 position, but soon realized it wasn't quite the right fit. Instead, he deployed him as what he termed a shadow striker, and it was in this role that Bergkamp began to dominate every match. Interestingly, this shadow striker position resembled the false nine concept long before it gained popularity. Just 5 matches into the league season, Linder was sacked, and Van Gaal was promoted to assistant coach, bringing Bergkamp along with him and maintaining his role. The result was remarkable. Bergkamp went on a streak of 13 goals in 13 matches, transforming the team's fortunes. However, the momentum was short-lived, as Leo Beenhakker was appointed manager a few months later, dropping Bergkamp to the bench, a decision that would spark further challenges for the talented forward. Despite his impressive form, Bergkamp faced repeated snubs from Leo Beenhakker, who also managed the national team and refused to call them up for the 1990 World Cup. This rejection surely stirred something deep within Bergkamp. However, upon returning from summer vacation, even Beenhakker couldn't deny the transformation. In his own words, he described encountering a completely transformed man. Bergkamp exuded confidence and defiance, as if challenging his coach to recognize his true potential. He opened the season with 6 goals in 6 matches, leading to his call-up for the Euro qualifiers, where he scored just 7 minutes into the match against Greece. He continued to shine, netting a goal against title holders PSV and going on a remarkable run of 10 goals in 9 matches. By the end of the season, he had scored twice as many goals as anyone else on the team, etching his name at the top of the goal-scoring charts, tying with the legendary Ruud Gullit. This resurgence came just before Beenhakker's departure, allowing Louis van Gaal to take over the team, setting the stage for Bergkamp's incredible resurgence that year, when he almost won the Ballon d'Or playing for Ajax. Bergkamp started the season explosively, scoring 10 goals in his first 7 matches, including a stunning chip against RKC Waalwijk, almost like a warning shot. Yet, surprisingly, this wouldn't be the year he led Ajax to the league title. Instead, his focus shifted to the UEFA Cup. In the first round, he opened the scoring with a nearly 40-yard free kick and later dribbled past the keeper to secure a crucial win. In the second round, he not only assisted the opener, but also scored both goals in the last 16, continuing his impressive form. In the quarterfinals, he added another goal and an assist, yet somehow saved his best for the semifinals. There, he provided the cross for Ajax's second goal and delivered a last-minute assist in the first leg. In the return match, he scored the only goal as Genoa came within inches of turning the tie around. His performance was a testament to his talent and determination, marking a pivotal moment in his burgeoning career. Bergkamp won the penalty that secured Ajax's second away goal, a decisive moment that ultimately led to their victory through the away goals rule. Even after he missed the second leg due to a fever, his contribution was crucial. During the celebrations, Louis van Gaal grabbed the microphone and asked the crowd who they should thank for their victory. The resounding answer was Dennis Bergkamp, ensuring his place in the squad for the Euros. At the tournament, Bergkamp made an impressive impact, scoring in every match except for the quarterfinal against the Soviet Union. Unfortunately, his team fell just short, losing in a penalty shootout and missing out on the final. When asked how it felt to be the top scorer in his first tournament, he coolly replied, "I'm just doing my job," showcasing his modesty amid his success. By the end of that year, he ranked third in the Ballon d'Or voting, a testament to his extraordinary talent and the pivotal role he played in both club and international football. How one move that nearly killed his career. With clubs across Europe vying for his signature, Real Madrid and AC Milan led the race for Bergkamp. Johan Cruyff urged him to consider that any move other than joining him would be a terrible mistake, while Louis van Gaal begged him not to let the transfer saga distract from their title chase. Just 36 hours before a crucial match against PSV, Bergkamp agreed to join Inter Milan. Despite the impending transfer, he still delivered in that match, receiving a 50-yard pass and chipping the keeper to score Ajax's only goal. Unfortunately, Ajax lost, dropping to second place in the league. The next morning, Bergkamp officially announced his move, becoming the most expensive Dutch player in history, which sparked a humorous feud with Van Gaal. The coach insisted on subbing him off, even as Bergkamp continued to score some of the most breathtaking goals imaginable. He not only led Ajax to the cup title, scoring in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final, but was also named Player of the Year for the second consecutive time. Yet one thing was certain: he should have listened to his instincts. When Bergkamp arrived in Milan, he was brimming with confidence. During a tour of his new house, he spotted the landlord's Ferrari still in the garage and boldly bet that if he scored 20 league goals, he'd get to keep it. However, a year later, he hadn't even reached double digits, and Inter finished the league season just 1 point above the relegation line. Frustrated, Bergkamp accused the board of breaking their promise to play a more attacking style of football and openly expressed his disdain for his striking partner, Hristo Stoichkov, suggesting that Stoichkov was sabotaging him out of jealousy. Despite these challenges, Bergkamp once again showcased his extraordinary talent in the Coppa d'Italia. He opened the first round with a hat trick, followed by 2 more goals in the second round and another 2 in the last 16. In the dying minutes against Dnipro, he scored to seal their place in the semifinals. After losing the first leg 3-2, Bergkamp delivered his best performance yet, assisting 2 goals and reminding everyone of his immense capability and potential, even amidst the struggles of that season. In a stunning display, Bergkamp scored to secure a 3-0 victory, solidifying his name atop the goal-scoring charts despite failing to score in the final as Inter lifted the cup. This performance helped fans gradually forget his dismal domestic season. However, the following year proved even more challenging at the World Cup, with Git controversially refusing to play and Van Basten sidelined due to injury. Bergkamp found himself tasked with carrying a struggling team facing the threat of early elimination after just 2 matches. Remarkably, he scored in every subsequent game, but the team still faced a quarterfinals exit. Adding to the chaos, one of their flights was delayed due to a false bomb threat, and mid-flight, the plane's engine unexpectedly cut out. This was particularly haunting, as it brought to mind a tragic incident just years earlier when a plane carrying 18 national team players had crashed. Through it all, Bergkamp's resilience shone, yet the weight of expectation and tragedy loomed large. After a tragic plane crash in Suriname that killed many, including one of Bergkamp's old teammates, Bam developed an intense fear of flying. This led him to insist on driving alone to away matches, further isolating him from his teammates and giving the media more reasons to question his character. Compounding his struggles, the club refused to grant him time to recover after the World Cup and neglected to provide adequate physical therapy. As a result, he became both mentally and physically